Hello guys, and welcome to my shop. Today I have just a little maple branch offcut. I get a lot of these left over from tree trimming, and a lot of times when a arborist drops a full tree off for me, I get a lot of branches and stuff left over. So all I've done is I've marked out the center. Now this is could just be a teeny little live edge bowl. These are decorative, they look nice on windows. I get a lot of folks buy them when I'm doing my little shows because I can sell them fairly inexpensively. They still give them a nice piece of art that they can kind of appreciate for that. And what we're going to do is I'm going to keep this flat end up here for our mouth. So we'll have a little wider mouth, and we'll round it down here, put a little teeny tenon on it, and get it hooked up, and we'll just make ourselves a little bowl. What do you think about that? These are super fun to make. They're good skill builder. And when you're out there working in your shop and you've got lots of little stuff lit around, you'd be surprised at how, a shoebox full of these, which ends up being, 10, 15 of them, they sell for about, $7 to $12 a piece pretty quickly. And like, again, I've said this in the past on my other smalls that sell video. When people come to your booth, they want to buy something. There are people that are just looky loose, but they come there, they got some money in their pocket, and they like to support you in some way. And sometimes they can't do that with a $100 salad bowl, but they can with a little something to sit up on their windowsill. My wife has taken these in the past too, and she'll put air plants in them. So we'll have little, hand-turned little pots with air plants in them, and or a little succulent or something. It always sells well. So let's go ahead and get a face mask on, get this spun up, and we'll see how fast we can get one done for you. All I'm going to be using today is a little 5/8 inch bowl gouge. Actually, this I think is my 1/2 inch. It is the 1/2 inch, I believe, from Hurricane Crown. And so we'll get that on there, and that should be the only tool we'll need for most of this turn. Just establishing a little round shape for the bottom here. Let's readjust our face shield here, our tool rest. You can tell how tired I am today. So make sure we're clearing it okay. See how it gets a nice pretty cut there. It's going to have some interest on there. We might round it up a little bit more than that, quite a bit, so we can get a good tenon on there. Kind of established a bit of a shape I like. Let's see how much bark we'll have on there. Got nice equal bark on both sides, so that might end up looking pretty nice. We could still make that rounder if we want to get rid of the rest of that bark. Let's see what we get for up here on top as we round it down. We're going to go the other direction so we can keep that bark on. Again, just a shaping cut. See how we'll look up here. Oh, we did a tear out there. Oh, my dog is going nuts. There's a squirrel out there. It's just driving the poor girl insane. So I'm going to come back down here now that we have our basic shape, and we'll go all the way around to the top, getting rid of the flats on the side here. Feel like we got her flat and round. We're round all the way around. That'll all sand beautifully. A little chew out up here on the bark. But yeah, we're close. Let's go ahead and get a tenon on that. And then make sure our tenon's nice and tight. For that, I use a little pointy gouge, kind of a 40-40 grind with a point. And this one is going to need sharpening. I'll be right back. Okay, back over. We got a nice sharp point on there. And that's just about all we need to do on the outside. We'll go ahead now. There's some chatter in there. It looks like if you look at it just right, you can see my move up. Got a little wavy chatter. That's mostly from this bouncing around a bit, I believe. But that's a real quick sand off with a little 220. Now I'm going to grab a towel, just a shop towel. I'm going to throw a little bit of our shop grit on there. Just a little bit, like that much. I'm going to come across it here. Down to a clean section of the towel. And that should be all we need for this level of project. So you end up with a nice pretty spin. You see all the beautiful annular rings in the branch, a little bit of bark left. No fancy chatoyancy. We do have a crack up there that I don't like. Not a crack, a little chip in the bark. But for this type of project, I think that's going to be perfectly fine. Again, we're going to probably put a little airplane in it, stick it out on our craft fair booth, and you got a little pot like that. Now you could just drill a hole up here, put the airplane in and be done with it, but I'm going to go ahead, mount it around on my smallest jucks, and then we'll just do a quick hollow on that, sand the inside, and it'll be ready to go. So let me swap out to my other jaws and we'll get back to it. Okay, I had to turn up another one real quick. My Nova G3 chuck has some sort of weird looseness on the insert that I couldn't figure out what happened. I took it apart, I cleaned it, I put it back together, and it's still wobbling around. It looks like to me that the grub screw kind of got some vibration in it and jacked up some of the threads, so now when you lock it down in place, it just moves around just enough to cause issues. So I turned another one with a larger tenon, a 1.5-inch tenon on the bottom, so we can kind of start where we left off before. So what I like to do is spin it up, and I'm going to just do a little center hole here to start my drill bit, and we'll do a depth drill on this one. Still feel it moving around a little bit. Turn my drill down, turn it about 1,000 RPM there, getting it down to around 600. Get the drill on top of it here, get a little grip, and just kind of let it feed in. Little center hole there is all we really need. And then I will use the 1/2 inch with a nice sharp tip here. Still have a little bit of movement on it. And we'll just kind of clear this out a little bit. Inside out. Then we can come out here. Just hollow it out like that. I'll set my rim thickness with the pointy gouge out here. Just using the wing of the tool there. I'm going to have to swing my arm way around with this larger gouge. Don't think I'll hit you. My hammer out of the way there. My mallet. Just the mallet's in the way. Come in. Slightly opening the flute up. That's kind of the whole trick to it. So we'll keep doing that till we get it hollow. Take me a few minutes, and then we'll sand it up, and we'll stick a little airplane in it, and it'll be ready for the bench. Pretty simple. Turn it into side grain, but you are turning in a very small confined opening. Just got to pull that little rim out. We could do that with a little pointy gouge. And get out some 80 grit sandpaper, smooth out those little cracks in there super fast, hitting the pith in there, and the pith is where the crack popped up. And I'll go ahead and put a little color in it, not color, but some shop grit real quick, just so we keep it all looking about the same, huh? You'll see there probably in the picture. Get a nice shiny inside there. Now we can pull it off, and I'll put a little jam chuck in here, and we'll just take that bottom off. You can also, with this kind of project, since we already have a little base on it like this, we could just take that over to the belt sander and zip and leave a little base on it to hold it up. But I think this would look a little cooler with some weight in the bottom and it round it off. So we'll go ahead and go the extra mile for that. This one will work. So you guys have seen this jam chuck more than once. It's one of my go-tos for a lot of different projects. So make sure it's still turning around. And it is. All right, I'm going to move the camera real quick and reset a few of these tools, and then we'll wrap this one up. To do these, since again the interior is going to have a little plant in it, I got my little dot from when we started it. Just put it down, give it a couple cranks. Spins up okay. It's going to be loud though, because we're using a wood-on-wood drive there. And to pull this off, I'm just going to peel it right back with a little pointy gouge. And good. All we need now is quick sanding. We'll hit it with 220 and then blend in. Gotta find my 220. Oh, telling people maybe today it's just not my day. I've been all over the place. Here we go. Hit it with a little 220, some chop shine. Drop of our shop grit. We got our little pot. Now to take this bottom off, I'm just going to do that with a chisel. So I'm just going to hit this with a chisel, a couple taps, pop, pop. It'll be off. It'll sit nice and flat. You got a teeny little live edge pot now, and we'll go get ourselves a little air plant to drop in there. I think I have some still that are alive and looking forward to being in someone's windowsill. A little crack though is a real bummer. That's what caused our little trouble. You're always going to get that with branches, and this generally, if I'm not trying to video and talk about it, I could do probably 4 or 5 of these in an hour, just sitting back and enjoying the time. But let's clean this one up, and I'll bring you back to show what we did. Well, there you go. There's our little, this one I put a succulent, a little bit of potting soil in there, hole drilled in the bottom. So that should grow up fine. These are little succulents that grow all over around here, and they do really well in windows. So a little something like that goes quick if you don't have all the little hiccups and starts and stops I did and cracks, but gives you an idea of how you can make a cute little something for your craft show table. This is only about 2 inches in diameter, 1.5 inches tall, made out of just a maple branch, and it's a cute little sales item. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little video, and love to see you guys back next week. If you think about it, sure love a like and a subscribe. Those really help me out. Comments really let me know that I'm kind of providing content and ideas and interest for you. And until next week, guys, get out there and turn something.